Jamaica's track and field legacy is unmatched. It is a story of triumph, resilience, and extraordinary talent. But do you know the stories behind the athletes who brought us glory? Hi, I'm HP, founder of HP Chat Track. My mission is simple: to celebrate the rich legacy of Jamaica track and field and shine a light on the incredible people who make it happen. Winning that race was a dream come true, but the journey wasn't easy. It's not just about medals, it's about inspiring the next generation. Jamaica track and field isn't just a sport, it's our pride, our culture, our heart. Every week I sit down with athletes, coaches and fans to bring you stories of dedication, passion and legacy. Plus, we've got exciting news and exclusive insights into the world of track and field. Make your Thursday night be at HP's place. Come hang out with us at HP Chat Track Studio, where track and field is our business. Jamaica, one people, one legacy.
One people, one legacy, one people, one legacy, one people, one legacy. Good evening, good morning, good night, wherever in the world you are. Good evening, good morning. And I want to big up all 7 continents, because right now, all the continents, I think, they are in Japan, Tokyo, Japan, doing great things at the World Championship. Tokyo 25 is happening as we speak. So welcome Africa, welcome Antarctica, welcome Oceanic, welcome Europe, welcome Asia, welcome North America, welcome South America, welcome everyone. Novelet Smith Brown, I see you. Welcome everyone. Guys, I don't know about you guys, but I am happy. I am excited. I am super happy. You know why? Because our legacy is every day something different is written to our track and field legacy. And today was no different. Our athletes in Tokyo, they are just doing great things. I mean, you know, if you were up from about, let's say 5 a.m., or before, you would know what I'm talking about. And if you were watching track and field, it is all about track and field, Jamaica track and field legacy. The championship is going on in Tokyo. With me, I am your girl HP. Remember to share, like, and subscribe. And thank you guys for the support. And yes, my new followers, my new subscribers, I've been seeing you. Thank you very much for the support wherever you are. And I want to big up Japan. Let us say a special hello to Japan, who is hosting the entire world for over 9 to 10 days. And counting. And with me is Akil Henry, and we're just going to spend an hour to talk to you guys a little bit, to share how we feel about the championship, some of what has been going on, what is to come tomorrow morning, the sleepless nights, because my sleeping pattern is all messed up. I swear, the last time I got a good night's sleep was Thursday night, and we're almost at Sunday night. So, but guess what? It is all about track and field, the sport that we love and the country that we love so much, Jamaica. Jamaica to the world. Jamaica to the world. Akil, welcome. How are you?
I'm all right. I am elated. I'm actually very happy. But we'll discuss more about it later.
Indeed. Novelet Smith Brown is saying, I never gave up on civil. I'm happy to hear that. Because let me share a little story with you, Novelet. Novelet, let me tell you, when I saw the first round of the 100 meters yesterday with oblique, I'm not gonna lie, I had headache the entire day. I was supposed to we were supposed to come live last night, but because of the headache, I could not come on. And let me tell you, I was nervous. I had a headache. But you know what? The big man stepped up today and he delivered. So big congrats to Civil. And when I did my prediction show, I did say Oblique is the male sprinter with all the boxes checked. Once he can get it together, nobody can deny him, and he proved that. And the quinella that I called for, I got it. I called for 3 medals in the 100 meters for men and women, and I got them. So I have 3 medals on my prediction list. I dropped a medal because we did not make it to the mixed relay, and I did have a medal for the mixed relay. So I have dropped 1 medal so far, but so far I'm on par with 3 of my 4 medals. So welcome everyone. Jeff, big up yourself. Welcome. He's saying HP, how you feel, mama? 1, 2, boom. Exactly, Jeff. I am elated, I am happy, I am excited, my belly full, everything, you name it. I cannot imagine not being Jamaican. I cannot imagine not being Jamaican. It is the first time in the history of the World Championship that Jamaica is going to get a quinella from in the 100 meters. We've done it in the women where we've gotten quinella, we've gotten 1, 3, we've got 1, 2, 3, but it is the first that the men are actually giving us a quinella. So big congrats to Team Jamaica, to all, and guess what, guys? We in the women's 100 meter, Jamaica was the only country with 3 athletes in the final. We had 3 in the final and 2 for the men, and we did outstandingly well. I mean, Tina Clayton, the baby in the field, Shelly and Fraser Price, who is a veteran who has won this event 5 times, Sharika Jackson, and it just go on. But we have to give credit to the other competitors, because I have seen Melissa Jefferson from the beginning of the season, and I did an interview with her at the Grand Slam, and she said to me, the aim for 2025 is to better the bronze medal I won in Paris. And she did the job and she got the job done. So congrats to her also. Congrats to Julie and Alfred. But I am talking too much. So I'm going to allow Akil to just tell me how you feel about today, Akil, about today and what Jamaica has done on the track. And we have more medals in the cabinet. Christmas is looking good for us.
I'm really excited, man. I'm happy for a week. I said it on the show recently, and I'll say it again. Oblique has all the tools to the top sprinter for years. And yet it took him 5 seasons to get to that point. But I'm just so happy, man. I am elated. And the way how he did it, the way how he did it, he did it in such an amazing fashion. It was not a case where, oh, it's catch me if you can type of victory. It was a victory where he was the one who
He
catch
came from
the
behind. He
marine
was
and win and so forth. And you know,
amazing.
I'm really happy for him. As it relates to Tina, I'm still doing some research, but I just want to highlight that Tina is actually Jamaica's youngest medalist ever in the 100 meters. Checking to see if there are younger medalists in the 100 across the board. But Tina, at the age of 21 years old, is the youngest Jamaican medalist in the women's 100 meters. And I think that in and of itself is a huge achievement. Bearing in mind, ladies and gentlemen, that in 2021 Cali Columbia, she was the world champion, right? You know, 2021 to 2022, that is amazing work. And listen, man, give Melissa Jefferson her credit. Let me tell you, Melissa Jefferson has had one of the has had a formidable season, and the only seasons I could compare to this one is Elaine Thompson Hero 2021 and Shannon Fraser Price 2022. Like Jefferson said that she wanted to be remembered as one of the legends of the sport, and this season definitely puts her there in that conversation. Well, she probably would have to win more in order to be there, but this season puts
Yeah.
her in the conversation as one of the most legendary seasons in a women's sprinting. Incredible. Incredible from Melissa Jefferson. And to be honest, I'm not surprised by the 10.61, right? Yes, I had Sharika to win. Yes, I had Sharika to win. And, I'm really happy that Sharika was able to deliver her best at these championships. But the thing with Melissa Jefferson that I saw throughout the season was that when she was running, she runs so seamlessly. And I was even and I was talking to a friend about it, our friend Sash. I was saying to her that I thought that the 10.5 was gonna come at US trials. It didn't come at US trials, but to see her running 10.61 actually is not a surprise. Like maybe not at the championship, but with the season that she's had, I am not surprised by 10.61. And you called it, you said it HP that one Jefferson is going to get out, and Jefferson is going to get out. She's going to run and she's going to hold on. And trust me, man, she gave that race. She gave the competitors it was a clinic from Melissa Jefferson, man.
A nice
But
little fix.
yeah, man, nice little fix. But I'm very happy for Tina, and it makes me wonder, like, come God's willing, come Los Angeles, it is going to be a ding dong battle between the Jamaicans and the Americans because it's a new wind, a new fresh wind of 1, 2, 3, or fresh wind of Jamaican competitors that is on the rise. The Clayton twins and whether it's Liston or Alana,
Brianna Liston. Yep.
and stuff.
When we unleash enough. I mean, next year technically we call next year like a off year because of the pandemic there was no break. So it has been 5 years of championship from 2021 to now. So, and I kind of like it because it shows that athletes can get themselves ready every season for championship. So the calendar is now going to go back to normal where next year there won't be a world championship until 2027 and then the Olympics. So as of 2027 we're back to normal scheduling. But let me tell you, post pandemic really gave track and field fans a treat. The athletes really turn up every season. They compete. I mean, I said it to some people earlier this season that I think we are going to crown a lot of new champions at this year's World Championship. And so far, we are seeing that. Noah won in Budapest. He has been replaced with Oblique. Shakari won in Budapest. No, we have Melissa Jefferson.
I just want to highlight something. Like a lot of people give this young girl a lot of stick, but Shakiri, Shakiri she is growing as a professional in the sport. And what I mean by that, in the sense where she's learning that hey, even if I don't have the best of seasons, I need to show up and I
Yeah,
need to deliver. And truth be told, yes, she never won a medal, but she made it into the finals and she delivered a sub 11 clocking.
yeah. She turned up and she
Yeah,
did
and
what she could.
yeah, man, and I think this is the professional side of track and field where you're not gonna have everything your own way every single year, but you still turn up and you still deliver. And even if she never run as fast as she would have wanted, I respect that body of work from her, where she
Yeah,
understands that hey, I have a job to do. I'm going to get up and deliver. What I will say though is that having she and Jefferson in the same camp, oh my God.
yeah,
Like the rivalry come the next couple of years between us and the Americans is not going to be normal because any normal competitor, especially when your own training partner is hitting those times,
yeah.
any normal competitor is not going to sit down and be comfortable by that.
Indeed, indeed. And as welcome each and everyone if you're just joining us. Forgive us if you're hearing
Yeah, my
like
apologies.
like another conversation or something in the back. There is church going on next door to Akil. But we are still here. We are celebrating the legacy. I just want to welcome Toffee Rudy. Toffee Rudy, big up yourself. Toffee Rudy is saying, I hope Julian recovers and her injury is not serious and she can run in the 200 meters. Novlet Smith Brown is saying all the finalists did their best. Indeed, indeed. Jeff is saying, I'm just glad. I tell you, the Jamaican fans are not easy. Tamika, welcome, welcome, Tamika. Tamika is my another track and field partner. We talk track and field for 8 hours. Guys, I'm going to tell you a little story. One day, we were on the phone talking on a conference call, talking about track and field. Akil himself was there, and Tamika was there, and Kino. And guys, we spoke about track and field from after 10 in the morning until about 1 a.m. Now you guys can do the math. That was a record for us, and that's how we talk about track and field. Tamika, welcome, welcome, Tamika. Of course, she too is elated about what happened today. So welcome each and everyone for joining us, whether you're joining on Facebook, whether you're on LinkedIn or YouTube, anywhere in the world you are. Good night, good morning, good afternoon to all 7 continents that are now being hosted by Japan. Tokyo, Japan is hosting the world right now. So we just want to say a big up to them. Marlene Green, welcome, welcome. She's saying proud to be Jamaican, but we couldn't be anything else. It's not possible for us to be anything else. But if you're not Jamaican and you're here, welcome to the Jamaican family. Who saw Usain Bolt in the stadium at the
Yes.
beginning of the women's 100 meter? I swear Usain Bolt pushed down somebody when Shelly was running because all Usain was on, let's go, Shelly. Let's go, Shelly. But Shelly, we have to big up Dr. Shelly-Ann Fraser-Pryce. Shelly-Ann has won this 100 meter 6 times, guys. 6 times.
5 times, 5 times.
Sorry, 5 times. She was going for number 6, 5 times. She did it 2009. She did it 2013. She did it 2015, 2019, and 2022. Nobody else has done that. Nobody else, not even the great Usain Bolt has accomplished that. Shelly-Ann Fraser-Pryce, 5 times. And this is just remarkable. And I just want to say, congrats and show more love to our athletes who are in Tokyo, the entire team. But before we go any further, or let me just read another comment before I get into something. Jeff is saying, HP 2028 4x1, Tia to Alana to Liston to Tina, man. Oh, wow. What a lineup. Let me tell you, the depth that we're going to have by the time we get to LA is going to be disrespectful. It's going to be disrespectful. Big up Christopher. Christopher is here. Welcome each and everyone. So guys, I just want to give you some information. I love to share information. So Frederick Dakers and Shelly-Ann Fraser-Pryce, they're both team captains. Who saw the video on social media?
Yes, I saw it.
Some of the teammates were watching the 100 meter for men and how Frederick Dakers just lift up the table like a giant and turn over the table. The excitement, the energy is just, and I'm hoping that today's performance will revitalize our team, and they will go out there and give off their best, gold, silver, bronze or not. It doesn't matter what they get. We are going to celebrate them just the same. Jamaica track and field legacy. And I'm sure the two people that are captains, they have character. Frederick Dakers and Shelley and Fraser Price. They do have character. So I know that they are going to be rallying around the team, gelling the team. But guys, I have a concern here, and I want to hear your thoughts. Leave a comment. We name alternates to the team, and we needed two replacements. We needed one for the women's 400-meter hurdles, and she won't be able to take the track because she did not do complete the SRY um, gender test. Secondly, we needed a reserve or alternate for the women's sprint hurdles because unfortunately, Megan Topol is out with injuries. The question I asked week before last was, when we name alternate, I saw something that said the alternates will not be traveling with the team. No, the championship is all the way in Asia, in Japan. That's like about almost 2 days flying from Jamaica to Japan. The question I want to ask, the alternates that we named to the team, where are the alternates? What is their geographic location? Where are they, in Japan? In a camp, eating, resting, practicing, staying hydrated in the event we need them? Where are they? So that is my question to you guys. Our legacy, I'm coming, sweetheart. Our legacy have been robbed of having 4 women in the sprint hurdles because Karika Hill, young Karika Hill, who was supposed to make her debut as a senior, like Tina, did not take the track this morning in the women's sprint hurdle. So we as fans, we want answers. We want to know, why name alternates if they are not traveling with the team? Go ahead, Akil.
Thank you so much. So I just want to highlight. So I'm doing my research. Um, I, it's a preliminary research, but I can say preliminary that Tina is actually the youngest ever 100-meter medalist in the women's 100 meters. The previous
Just,
youngest would have
just
been,
like just like Johan Blake.
yes,
Johan Blake is the youngest male to win the 100 meters at the World Championship. I tell you, Jamaica, we're a big deal, We are a big deal in this sport. We're history makers. We keep rewriting the history book. Go ahead.
and funny enough, the previous woman who had that title would have been Shelley and Fraser Price and Marianne Jones.
Wow.
Yes,
Wow.
Marianne Jones in 1997, I think 1997, and Shelley and Fraser Price in Berlin 2009. Yes,
Thank
Marianne
you.
Jones.
Thank you for that research. Let me just read some more comments. I love to engage the fans, the audience. Tamika is saying our Cali kids will rule in 27 and 2028. Now, if you don't know what Tamika mean by Cali kids, we're talking about the under 20 athletes that represented Jamaica at the championship in Cali, Colombia. Yes, we're talking about the likes of Brianna Liston, Tina Clayton, Tia Clayton, Serena Cole, Alana Reed,
Mhm.
Jaden Hibbert, and so many others. These are the athletes that we are talking about. And thank you for that. Thank you for that, Tamika. You see, my audience, they know their thing, Del Oliveri, welcome, welcome. I hope I got your name right. Um, she's saying, don't forget that Kevona is now training with the guru Glenn Mills. Woohoo!
Yes,
Look,
yes, yes.
look at that.
But
Look at that.
what is scary is that we could literally have the pen relays Ellen Allen team from 2019. No, it would be 2019 would literally have the 10 release 2019 be the come 2028 become the from the 4x1
Let,
4x1 women's 100-meter team. That would be so crazy.
Let me tell you, I like this, and this is what I love to see for our track and field, the development. I love to see development because we want the success. So if we are going to celebrate the success, let us put in the work to celebrate our athletes and to support. So you see, all the way that knocked me and I laugh after my middle long distance program the other day. We are going to talk about that a little bit. I'm going to ask you guys a question. Who is enjoying the long distance, the middle and long distance races going on in Tokyo? Man, let me tell you, I was watching the women's 10,000 yesterday, and I did not want to take a break. I wanted to go to my kitchen and get something, and I decided that I wasn't going to go because guess what? It was Kenya versus Ethiopia versus guess which country? Guess which
Um,
country? Italy.
oh,
Italy.
sorry, sorry, my apologies.
Italy it was Europe. And I remember when I brought up in our discussion leading up to the championship, some people were saying, HP, it's not in our DNA in Jamaica to run the middle long distance, and we have fast twitch muscles and we run sprints. Listen, I don't buy that because while I was watching the championship, I was making note of a lot of things. And one of the things that I was making note of is that up to you have 7 continents, and there were 5 to 6 continents that were very much in the 1500s, the 800s, the 10,000s, the steeplechase, the marathon, and the 35K walk. So when you're going to tell me that in Jamaica it is not in our DNA, the entire world is doing it. Look at the 10,000 for women. It was Africa and Europe. When you look at the marathon, which country came second?
I just want to highlight something as well. Well,
Go ahead, go
I know
ahead.
you're on the long distance trip, but just to give some facts.
Yeah, go
So
ahead.
in terms of the overall tally of women's 100 at the World Championship, so the USA have overtaken us. So the USA are currently on 19 medals, while Jamaica are on 18 medals.
All right.
Yeah.
I'm glad you shared that data. Now I'm going to share some data. For the 21st century that started January 1st, 2001, there has been, with this World Championship, we have had 13 World Championships from 2001 to 2025. Of the women's 100 meters, Jamaica's won 6, America's won 6, and Ukraine won 1. Of the 6 that we won, Shelley and Fraser Price won 5,
Right.
Veronica Campbell Brown 1. For the United States, it was Tori Edwards, Lauren Williams in 2005,
Corey Bowie,
Carmelita Jetta in 2011. 2017, the late Tori Bowie, may she rest in peace. 2023 and 2025, Shakari and Melissa Jefferson, respectively. So there is a tie. So the fact that you're saying America is leading with 1 medal, it shows that as it relates to the women's 100 meter, we are very much a country with 2 point whatever million people is very much in line with a country with over 300 million people. And that is just outstanding. And that is remarkable. And this is why I say to people, sometimes we need to look at the data, break it down, and we will see that we are very much in the running with the best of the best in the 100 meters. But let us just take some more comments before I get back to my middle long distance program that you guys were laughing about. Hold on, Aki, let me just read
no
some
problem.
comments. Jeff is saying, don't forget Dockery Douglas and Terry Long. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. What can I say? Dockery, Sabrina Dockery, Lacovia, Shania Douglas, Mushet, and of course, Tiana Lee Terry Long, formerly of Edwin Allen. Our pool is just getting bigger and bigger, and this is no surprise. So what we have to do is ensure that we have systems to
Yes.
preserve them. We
Understood.
must have system to preserve our young athletes that are waiting in the wings. And one of the things that we need to do, we need to plan for championships. We need to plan and say, okay, we want to win 20 medals in LA. This is what the federation need to now start doing, planning the amount of medals that we want. And then you talk to the stakeholders, you talk to the coaches and the camps and said, look, we want to target 20 medals. How can we help your camp? What are some of the resources that you need that we can help you to get, so that at the end of the day, when we choose a team, we can get these 20 medals? We have to plan. If we don't plan, if we don't, there's a saying that says, if you don't plan, you plan to fail, or something like that. But you must plan if you want success. Let me read another comment here. Tuffy Rudy saying Shelly is well respected by all. Of course. Of course. If I ever discover that there's somebody out there don't respect Shelly, you will have to talk to me. You will have to talk to me, because Shelly, what Shelly has done, nobody in the history of track and field has done it at the world championship level. And that is winning. I was doing a check yesterday. Shelly had her baby, her son Zion, 2017, and Shelly came back into competition 2019 and won the 100 meters at the World Championship. She came back 2022 and she won it again in Eugene in front of my eyes at the World Championship. I think Shelly has medal at every championship after having her son in the 100 meter, except for now. So Shelly, big respect is on Shelly and Fraser Price name. And you know what I like? The respect that she gets from other athletes in the sport, especially Talu. Let us talk about Talu. Talu have a respect for Shelly that I don't see anywhere else. Marie Jose Talu Smith have a respect. She calls Shelly her sister. My sister, Shelly Ann. So Shelly is well respected. If Shelly did not get to the final, I would still be happy. But she getting to the final shows that age is just a number when it comes on to Jamaican sprinters. Age is just a number for us. Merlene Otti made every final that she had been a part of from 1980 to 2000, the Sydney Olympics. Somebody else can do that math, because that math is bigger than me.
20 years.
There you go. And every championship Merlene has gone. Merlene Otti. Now, who does that? Look at Veronica Campbell Brown, and we can keep going. So, guys, we have to preserve. We're here tonight to support and celebrate the legacy, because that is what we do over here. Akil, let me just read this comment, and then I will give you a thought. Toffee Rudy saying three strikes and you're out. Made that mistake going forward. Yeah, the alternates, I agree with you, Toffee. There's no way in football, and I want a football person, if you're on the live, to correct me. In football, when you pick reserve or alternates, you pick a 22-man squad or whatever, however it goes. Do the reserves travel with the team? Are they in camp with the team? Are they at home eating KFC and drinking soda and watching TV? And if you need them, you call them. I am disappointed that we've name these alternates and we did not get to use them. Why did we add them if we were not going to use them? And I hear people talking about logistics between where they are and Japan. We knew this. This is something that we knew. We know that Japan was almost 2 days worth of traveling. So don't come tell me about logistics. No, so I don't know. That is something that we need to fix, because if we get four in an event, as a fan, I want to see that four, because when we look back at that data in years to come, I must see that, oh, Jamaica had four in the hurdles. Jamaica created history in this event. We have to take the thing seriously. It is a business. We have to take the thing seriously. Akil, you are burning to say something, but before you say that something, let me just read this comment from Noblet Smith Brown. She's saying all alternates should travel with the team. They should be in the camp near to championship location in case they are needed. Now I'm disappointed about what transpired, and I hope this will not reoccur. I totally agree with you, Novlet. I am disappointed because this is our legacy. Don't play with our legacy. Please don't play with our legacy. Take the legacy seriously. Seriously. Thank you. Kerika Hill, I would have loved to see young Kerika Hill this morning in the sprint hurdles. I would have loved to see Kerika Hill this morning, win, lose, or draw. She should have been there. Go ahead, Akil, you're burning to say something.
Yeah, man. So a couple of things. So yeah, so I was able to confirm it a little bit. So so both, um, so both Marion Jones and Tina would have earned medals at 21. However, Marion Jones would have, she would have earned the medal at the time. Should have been a little bit older in terms of months in comparison to Tina.
To Tina.
So, because Tina's birthday was in August, so Tina would have been 21 years and 1 month. So yeah, man. So Tina, you know, big, big, big achievement for her. I also
Big,
want to,
big.
yeah, man, big achievement for her. I also want to highlight the men's 100 meters. So for the men's 100 meters, USA still leading with 30 medals overall. Jamaica has 12 in 12. Jamaica in second place. So Jamaica has 5 gold, 3 silver, and 4 bronze. And USA have 12 gold, 11 silver, and 7 bronze medals. So
Data. I love data.
and then the Jamaica continue their rich, sorry about that. Jamaica continue their strong history in the men's 100 meters. And to really talk about the alternate situation, I honestly don't know. I agree. I don't understand why we name alternate and not carry them. I really don't understand unless on and even if it's a case where even if it's a case where probably let's say that they don't have
There's no
them.
excuse, Akil.
No, I'm just saying. Suppose they said that okay, in terms of the funding they can't afford, right, to carry the alternatives. My issue is that when you look at the World Athletics side, the alternative names are there. So, you
Listen,
know,
if you name reserve or alternates to your team, provisions should be made for them to be. If they cannot be in the camp itself, ensure that they're at close proximity in the event that you need them. So provisions should be made for them to be in a camp, eating properly, practicing every day like the rest of the team, staying hydrated. And if you need them, all you have to do is send a transportation to pick them up within a mile or two. We know these things. And this is why I come back to planning. We know that we are going to these championships. So plan, ensure that you have your budget, outline your budget. So you have your camp for the automatic selections, and then you have make sure you have a budget for camp for the alternate. So they have coaches, they have people feeding them, and they're getting their practices in. If you don't use them, fine, but there should not be a case where we need an alternate and they are not available. We should not have named them then. If we know that we were not going to take the, look here, if the championship was in the United States and we did not carry them, it wouldn't be so bad, because you can get a flight straight from Jamaica to some of the states here. We're talking about in Asia where it take you 14, 15, whatever hours connecting. No, man, we have to do a little better. We have to get this a little better, right? All right, let me just share some more data, some more comments. Tuffy Rudy is saying, Akil, your statistics is on point, but if Jamaica was a state in the US, it would be number 49 in size over 50. I love my audience. Roman Stewart is saying, I know that Oblique Civil was going to win because of his race pattern this year was way much better than structured. It was immaculate. He's also saying Veronica Campbell medal in every championship as well. Of course, no doubt about that. A matter of fact, Veronica is one of the few or only, I think Veronica Campbell Brown is the only athlete that has medal that, a matter of fact, she's the only one that win the 100 meter at all world levels, world youth, world juniors, and the world championship at the senior level. Veronica Campbell is the only one.
Did Tina run World Youth?
Tina ran world under 20
Yeah.
twice.
But she didn't run World Youth.
They kind of cut out the world youth a little while back before Tina would have gotten into that. I think the last world youth, and don't quote me guys, I would have to research it. The last world youth maybe was from about what, 20, maybe before 2015, or it would have been before people like Tina would have get to the level to compete. Ethelyn Tate, Olympian, 1988, Olympian for Jamaica, out of a very technically saying, congratulations to our Jamaican athletes. Their performance was spectacular. Seeing Shellyan in the final was a blessing. Indeed. And that is one of my favorites. Ethelyn Tate, Olympian Ethelyn Tate. Yes, she is actually one of my many favorites right there. My opinion is saying, and this is not my opinion, but somebody name is my opinion. My opinion is saying the reserves are only valid while at home to replace a qualified if something goes wrong. Alternates are valid at the meet if a qualifier is unable. That's my take. And I get you, my opinion. But what I'm saying, if you name a reserve to your squad, why would you leave your reserve in another country?
But in track and field, a reserve is an alternate.
Yeah, reserve is an alternate. It's just another word. It's just another word.
In the sense where, in other sports, an alternate, they actually separate alternates from reserves, So
Well, I know in football, when they pick a 22-man squad, they're all together in camp.
yes, and you have the reserves. See, you see a 22-man, and you
A
have
22,
22-man. I think it's a 22-man squad, and you have room for four reserves to make it 26. That's what I
But,
understand it to be.
but my thing is, if you have a competition in another continent, this is another continent, why would you leave your reserve or your alternate in another continent? Because if you're going to need an alternate, it might be like a day or two before the start of competition. How long do you think it is going to take? All right, let's say Karika Hill is in Jamaica, because I'm not sure where Karika Hill is. Let's say Karika Hill is in Jamaica. How long do you think it will take Karika Hill to get from? We heard that Megan was out. Was it Thursday?
Mm-hmm.
We heard that Megan was out. I think it was Thursday, or was it Friday? Maybe it was Thursday. And the race ran this morning. This morning, which is Sunday. Kerry Cahill would have to leave Jamaica, let's say Friday morning. By the time she get to Asia and to relax and to warm up, she would not be any
You
good
could
to
have
us.
already, yeah, you could
What
have
good would
already
she
done.
be to us competing after traveling so long and the overlay? I mean, we have to do
Mhm.
a little better. We have to plan these things a little better and use up. Yeah, you name the alternate, so they should be. However you do it, the alternate should be available when we need them. Toffee
Mhm.
Rudy is saying there should be zero reason for alternate
I
not
agree.
to be there unless event taking. Yeah, if
I
it was
agree.
in America, I could understand, but not from one continent to another. No, 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 no. Thunder Juice is in the building. Welcome, welcome. Thunder Juice is saying, Oblique got a yellow card for ripping his shirt off. Oh my God. Thunder Juice, when I saw that, the first thing I said was, no. When I saw him doing it, I said, no, Oblique, put on back your shirt, put on back your top, put on. And so that's
Oh.
just unfortunate. That's just
I'm happy
unfortunate.
that I'm happy they never give him the red card because that would have
Yeah.
been so heartbreaking if that
Yeah,
was
when
the
I
case.
saw it, the first thing I said, no, Oblique, keep it on, keep it on. That's what I was saying to the television screen. But
I thought he ripped it. I really thought that he
I think
ripped it.
he just pulled the zip
Is it
down and
on?
pull it off, right? Yeah,
Yeah.
which in my mind I was thinking that it was inappropriate. I think it was
No,
inappropriate.
it was inappropriate, but I
Yeah,
just thought that he was in the heat of the moment. He was what in the excitement of the moment, like he just ripped it. I
because
was like, oh snap!
I think in football you can be carded for it
Like
also.
you can be carried for it, man.
If you take off your shirt. But let us talk about the mixed relay. When we did our prediction, we were talking about the mixed relay that I don't think we take it seriously enough. But let me tell you, I want to say congrats to the team, but may I tell you, you can always depend on Zandrian Barnes to give you a good leg in a relay. And I'm not discrediting the rest of the team, but I love to see Zandrian Barnes in on a 4x4 team. I love to see Zandrian Barnes. He will go all out. He will just put it all out there, win, lose, or draw. So when I saw him on the relay, I was like, yes, Zandrian, do your thing, do your thing. But the mixed relay again, I don't know what happened. I don't know what to say. I don't know what to happen. But what I will point out is that we need to take it a little bit more seriously because 5 European teams were in the mixed relay. 5 European teams, 5 teams from Europe was in that mixed relay. And I don't think Europe's quarter mile program have the depth that we have. But what they do, they put in the work. And guess which country was also in that mixed 4x4? Japan. Japan was in the mixed 4x4. And again, we need to show the relay a little bit more love because some countries, I think, recognize that The individual events are very competitive. So what they do, they put in the work to come home with a medal, even if it's a relay medal. A lot of athletes will be coming home with medals, and it will be a relay medal. Go ahead,
Let,
Akil.
let me just highlight something. So I'm looking at the stats now. Javon Powell, his first leg was 45.49 seconds. He handed over the baton in third place. Dejanay Oakley's time was 50.98. He was the sixth fastest on her leg. So the sixth fastest on her leg. Vanjan Bond 44 seconds flat. He was the
Wow.
fastest on his leg. Leah Anderson 53.49. He was the slowest on her leg.
Mm,
Saying this to say, this time around, we cannot give the Jamaican selectors any cussing.
yeah, I
They
agree.
can't get no cussing, they can't get no beating, they can't get no rotten tomato. No, they cannot get because they
A good team.
selected a good team on paper. The athletes, I believe, have to take responsibility because they didn't deliver as how they should.
Yeah,
I'm going to be
yeah.
very honest. I'm a little bit disappointed by this Virginia's Oakley's run in the midfield because she is a strong runner. And I know that she had the 400 meters the following
Do you
day.
think she was conserving because of her 400-meter duties?
I'm not sure because in the heat this morning she ran 51:03. So I'm not sure if she has much more in the tank to give. Maybe in the semifinal she may surprise me. But 50.98, I'm gonna be very honest. That especially for a second leg in the mixed relay, we know a second leg is where the heavy hitters are in that mixed relay, especially for the women. Very disappointing. And don't get me started with
Yeah,
the
yeah, yeah. We need to take it a little bit more. We need to take the relays. And you can see where a lot of countries are now taking the relay seriously because they realize that this is the only way they're going to medal at these championships. So what
Mhm.
they do, they put in the work, and when it's world relay time, they make themselves available. They go out, they qualify their country, they come to these championships, and they compete. They're not afraid of Jamaica. They're not afraid of the United States. They come and they compete. Now, everybody in that final is going home with some money. First place is $80,000 all the way down
I
to.
also want sorry about that, my apologies.
No, you're fine.
I also want to highlight Howell's run as well because yes, given the season of the men's 400, 45.49, I still believe was is still a little bit substandard, especially for if we want to really challenge for the mixed relay.
Yeah.
You have to be thinking 44 from the jump. If you're on the male side, you have to be thinking 44, right? You have to be thinking 44 out of the hole. For the women, you have to think 50s, 49. Like, 50.98 and 53. And I'm gonna be very real with you. That 53 run from Leah Anderson was probably worse than when Natalia Gould ran in the mixed relay, and Natalia Gould got a lot of stick back then.
I
So
remember.
it's not disrespect to Leah Anderson and her body of work, but it's just to really call it for what it is. 53.49 in any
Yeah,
relay
yeah.
on an
Yeah,
anchor rate is
we really have to take it more seriously, and I want us to look at the 400-meter for men and women. And also I want to say congrats to the field event athletes who have represented Jamaica so far, with Samantha Hall getting to the final
Yes.
of the discus. That is another big deal for Jamaica. That's a part of the history book. Nayoka Clunes, who was in the hammer throw. And for those of you who don't remember, Nayoka Clunes was the athlete that was, I'm going to say, accidentally left off the Olympic team last year. And just to see her in Tokyo was, I had a good feeling because she was left off the Olympic team. Um, Zeb, Zebev, I hope I get that right. Zebev is saying Karika Hill would have learned so much from competing in Tokyo, and
No.
I totally agree with you. This would have helped her. Sprint Tech, welcome, welcome, welcome. Sprint Tech is saying good evening, welcome. I totally agree that Karika Hill would have learned a lot being there, running with these women who are running 12.1 or 12.23, whatever, as one of the promising one for the future. It just, I don't know. Sometimes I think that we're robbing the athletes of opportunities because we are not planning properly. We're not planning properly. But another thing that I want to ask, why there are so many comments. Um, uh, uh, the SRY test, who is the team manager for Jamaica, Mr. Forbes? He came out and said in an interview that the reason why Sanique Walker is not going to take the track is because she did not get her gender test done. Now my question is, who is responsible for the test in terms of getting the athletes done? Who is supposed to ensure that the athletes are tested? Is there a cost involved? Who is supposed to be paying? So those are some of the information that I would like. Is it on the federation to ensure that the athletes get tested? Is it on the athletes to ensure that they get tested? Who is supposed to pay? Is there a cost? So these are some of the things, because there's no way we should have someone on the team that is not tested if the test is mandatory. So again, this is another thing that I think we dropped the ball on, because if you're going to name someone to the team, you should be verifying if this athlete got tested or not. So I'm not sure what is happening there. Akil, do you have any information that you would love
Well,
to share on that?
no problem. So well, when I checked the J3 website, it was stated that all the SRY test is mandatory, and they did provide information as to athletes can athletes can get the SRY test locally, where they can get SRY test done locally, as well as the protocol for those who train or live overseas. Based on the communication on the J3 website, it suggests that it's the athlete's responsibility to um cover the cost. But I I'm not sure. I'm not sure if
There is a cost that is
it
associated
is
with
a
the
cost.
test.
It is a cost that is associated with it. I was looking up for the cost. I didn't see the cost of it online. They gave a general cost, but well, not a general cost. They gave like a little average cost, which was between 100 to 200 USD, but it wasn't definitive based on the lab that they were recommended to do the test at. But yeah, what I will say is that I there wasn't any policy per se or any suggestion to say that okay, if athletes are having challenges, with getting these tests done, then they could reach out to the federation and so forth. But at the same time as well, I think the mandatory test came so quickly. Like it came in like a month before the championship. So, you know,
Yeah. They should have given them more time to, to get this thing done. But I'm curious to know if it's the athletes who should pay or the cost is covered by the federation. So if there's anybody that have any information, you can just shoot it to me and I'll share it in our next broadcast. But again, disappointed that another alternate was not able to take the track because her test was not done. There's no reason for why Kerika Hill did not take the track. But again, still disappointed. Let us quickly look at the men's and the women's 400-meter. Unfortunately, the world champion, the defending champion, will not get to the next round. Antonio Watson, we're not surprised there because we've seen him struggling all season, so no surprises there. But Rasheen McDonald, big boy, my boy, and the company is in the semi-final. Your thoughts, Akil?
I am very
Or hold
irritated.
on, before you go, Novelet Smith is saying the test was covered by the J3. It
Okay,
was said in the itinerary. Okay.
okay, thank you.
All right, thank you very much for that
Thank you for
knowledge.
that.
So
You
my
know,
question is, if the cost was covered in the IT, if it was covered, why was an alternate added to our team that wasn't tested? Who was checking or verifying that the athletes actually got their test done? So again, the ball is being dropped here and there and stuff. Okay, thank you very much for
thank you
that.
for that.
Thank you
Really
for that,
appreciate it.
Noblet. See why I have to love my audience. Thank you, guys. Continue, Akim.
Yes. So I'm going to give you some.
Or hold on, before you go again, sorry. Noblet is also saying Saniq did not respond to the request, and it's on the athlete and their coaches. The request was sent to each athlete, and to do the test, it was sponsored by the J3. Thank you very much. So,
Thank you for
guys,
that. I appreciate it.
I'm getting information that the test was sponsored by the J3 and it was sent to all the athletes and who did not respond. But my question, Novelet, and thank you very much for that information. My question is, why wasn't it verified that she did not do the test and remove her from the team? Why was she on the team as an alternate if her test wasn't done? Because
Agree.
that's what I would have done as the administrator. I would have to, now that we're naming the team, I have to go through now and look at each athlete, and if they have done their test, I check them off as I go along. If there's an athlete who did not get their test done, they cannot be even considered for selection because World Athletics said you must get tested if you want to compete at the games.
That is true.
Go
I
ahead.
just,
I won't stop you again.
no problem. So I just want to highlight the men's 400, who special it was today. Uh, all men in the men's who progressed to the men's 400-meter semifinals ran 40, ran below 45 seconds. 44.97 was not good enough to make it to the semifinals. That is crazy.
Crazy.
That is crazy. I also want to highlight something. Rashid McDonald, his time of 44.38 seconds in the heat would have ranked him fifth, fifth overall, which means that there were four individuals who ran faster than Rashid McDonald in the heat. And Rashid McDonald ran 44.36 seconds, right? Now the men's 400 meters is is shaping up to be very exciting
Yeah.
because because I'm excited for our representative because Pavel McPherson, 44.51, PB at the World Championship.
Mm-hmm.
Lana Kennedy, 44.74 seconds. Remember now, these were. Do you remember now? There was this rush against time to get the qualifying mark.
Qualifying mark,
And
yeah.
you see how these men came at these championships and delivered, especially Big Boy, because Big Boy got a lot of heat after
Mm-hmm.
that trials final for eating up at the line and celebrating or whatever and all these things. But I am very happy for a Jamaican man. Very sad for Antonio Watson though.
Yes, yeah.
And what happened to him.
Yeah.
Now, as it relates to the men's 400,
Do you think
he
it's a
looking,
runaway for Ja'Cory
um,
Pattison?
he
Can
looks the
anyone
best.
stop him?
He looks the best. However, he looks the best. However, there are people in the field who can stop him. There are experienced individuals in this field who can stop him. And what I will say is that he is a clear favorite to win.
Yeah.
He is a very strong favorite to win, but him losing is not highly impossible. But
Mm-hmm,
What we,
mm-hmm.
what we see with the 400 meters, what we see with the 400 meters is, over the years, that experience. You can never write off experienced campaigner, right? Now, as it relates to the men's 400 meters, I'm looking at the semifinal list right now. And you look at the first semifinal. The first semifinal, you have Ibrahim of Qatar. You have Reardon of Great Britain. Molnar of Hungary. Christopher Bailey of USA.
Mm-hmm.
A PA of Botswana. Nini of South Africa. I hope I'm pronouncing his name properly. Holder of Australia, McPherson of Jamaica. This is a very, 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 very tough semi-final because you have basically four individuals, four or five individuals who could definitely run below 44.6, or have run below 44.6 this season.
Let me tell you, the 400-meter is at a level now. I don't even know what to say about the 400-meter anymore. It is at a level now that it's not human anymore where it is.
You
Both
know,
men and women.
so it's going to be very difficult for Bobby McPherson
Mhm.
um, to make it to the final. But he did show that, hey, he can run, and I'm looking forward to see his representation. In the second semi-final, you have, and this is a very tough one, you have Ferland of Slovakia, Kevin Shippey for Botswana, Charles Dobson for Great Britain, Ja'Cory Patterson of USA, Doreen Richards of Trinidad and Tobago, Rasheen McDonald of Jamaica, Pele of South Africa, and Eduardo Scotti of Italy. Oh my God. That is a very fast semi-final for my
Listen, let me tell you something. I've heard I have not heard the Grand Slam. I'm going to go to the Grand Slam now. The Grand Slam has done more positive than negative, and I have not heard the positive as much as I've heard
the
certain
negative.
certain negatives. And let me tell you, the Grand Slam has done justice for a lot of our athletes who we are now seeing turning up at these championships and doing well. Ja'Cory Pattison is one of them. Jareem Richards from Trinidad and Tobago is another one. And I think these men, the 400 meters is to me is going to be one of the races for watch, both men and women.
You know what I would love, HP? I would love for Mr. for Mr. McDonald to break the national record.
Yeah,
Make
yeah.
it in the final.
Listen,
So that there will be no doubt,
listen.
no one will ever doubt that he is the fastest Jamaican to ever run this event.
Listen, I spoke to Rasheen last night and, I asked him, I said, how you feel about the 400 that you're going to run to be competing in this morning. And he said, Miss, I am ready. I am ready to run. That was what he said last night. And I said to him, I said, Rasheen, you got a lot of beating for what happened at trials. And he said, yes, miss, I know. And he said, but miss, I am ready. And as soon as he ran the race this morning, I sent him a message and I said, how do you feel? And he said, miss, he sent me a little video and he said, miss, I feel good enough. So I said to him, because when he was coming off the pitch, he was
Yeah,
kind of limping.
he was limping.
So I sent him a message and I said, are you okay? I noticed that you were limping. And he said he felt a little cramp, but he will be ready for the semi-final. So sometimes things going on in the back, and we as fans, we don't know and we judge them. But he said he is ready to go. And one thing about Rashid McDonald that we can say, this young man always turn up for country. It doesn't matter where the country want Rashid McDonald to go and compete. He is going to put on those colors and he's going out there to give it his best. So I'm looking for him to really get to the final and put on a good show. A matter of fact, all three of them. And Kennedy is he too is one of the Cali
Yes, the
juniors
capabilities, yes.
who is doing well, as Tamika called them, Cali kids. He is one of the Cali kids that is also doing well. So that is
Even
going to be very, very interesting. Can we move on to the women or you have
no,
more?
I was saying that he's in Heat 3, but in his Heat, you
Mhm.
have Matthew Hudson Smith of Great Britain, Delana Kennedy of Jamaica, Kirani James, Nadori of Botswana, McRae of USA, Nakajima of Japan, Norwood of USA, and Samokonga of Zambia.
That's another tough one.
Whoa, like I tell you, man, I'm telling you, and I just want to
Which
highlight some
lane? Which lane is Delano Kennedy in?
even lane 3.
Lane three.
Yeah, I just want to highlight, ladies and gentlemen, that yeah, I learned a little, I did a little statistic course this year, so I'm putting it to you. Anyway,
Woohoo! Go with it. Go with it.
so the mean, so if we were supposed to do like a mode, if we were supposed to do a mode of the times what that qualified to the semifinals, the mode is within the range of 44.4 and 44.5. So what that means is that you definitely have to be targeting
Mm-hmm.
below 44.5 in
Yep.
order to probably possibly think of making it to the final. That is just crazy.
That's where the 400 is for us. But before you go there, and then we'll move on to the women, Novlet is really giving us some good information here. Novlet Smith Brown is saying, um, she's saying, the one that I want to read, no, it's not that one. The one about responsibility. Let me just scroll up. Okay, she's saying HP, if I'm an athlete and active, I would also make myself available for testing. So both parties were a bit negligent in the case. I totally agree with
Mm-hmm.
you, Novlet, because they're professionals and you have to ensure that this is your career, this is your legacy, so you have to put yourself in a position where you do what you have to do to be on that plane or on that team. So I totally agree with you, and this is why I like to ask questions. I don't want to assume, and that was why I asked who is responsible for getting the test done? Is there a cost? And who is responsible to pay that money, because I like to put things in perspective. So thank you very much for the information, Novlet. Keep it coming, keep it coming. Toffee Rudy saying, I thought McPherson had the easiest and best chance to advance. The next, I think, would have to be on time. Wow. Wow.
And
Let's,
which are the female?
yeah, let's go to the female now. Wayne Walker is saying, weather forecast, Hurricane Thompson slowed down, causing a flash flooding. Wayne Walker, I like you. I have to love the audience. I'm going to read it again. You know, I thought it was a serious weather forecast. Wayne Walker is saying, weather forecast, Hurricane Thompson slowed down, causing a flash flood civil with capsizing Noah's Ark. Flash flood civil.
That's very creative.
Very creative. It has to be Jamaicans. Welcome, guys. Remember to like, share, subscribe. It is all about the legacy and supporting our athletes. And I see where someone said something earlier. It is actually Noblet that says, I never judge any of our athletes, no matter what. It is our duty to stand by them and support them. And I totally agree, because sometimes we really don't know what is going on behind the scene. So before we are quick to be critical in our judgment, let us comment and have a comment that will encourage them and not discourage them. Go ahead, Akil.
Yeah,
The
man.
women now. The
The
women
women's
quickly.
400
Yeah.
meters, this is going to be the race of the championship. Listen, this race reminds me so much of 2012 men's 100 meters.
Yeah.
It reminds me so much of 2012 men's 100 meters. Like the build up to this race is just immense. Like the top athletes, they came and they delivered. Sawa, as always, Sawa is going to just throw the gauntlet down, and Sawa with 49.13 seconds in the heat. That is so Sawa like. She is
Listen,
going to be there.
listen, if you think the men's 400-meter final is going to be hot, wait until the women line up. I don't know. I was watching Sydney this morning, and Sydney is running that event as if it is her event. She ran that her heats this morning as if this is mine. I am here to take this event. Of course, it was very, very good to see Stacy below 50 seconds running, getting that mark. I would love to see her repeat in the next two rounds. But this 400-meter final, I think you will have to run fast from gun to
From
take.
going, you have to be prepared. You have to be
Yes.
prepared to go
Yeah.
ballistic from the start.
Yeah.
You cannot hold back.
Yeah.
This is Yes, the 400 meters is a race of strategy, but this is a purebred foot race.
Hold on
Like,
a minute. Hold on a minute. Jeff is saying, let's send some good energy to Nikisha Price because Sydney has no business over here. I totally agree with you. What is Sydney doing over here? Sydney don't have any business over here, but you know something? I love it. I
I
love,
love it. I love it.
yes, yeah,
I
yeah,
love it. Listen to me. This is a pure, and don't write off Nikisha because I'm gonna get to her soon. This is a purebred event. Like I don't. It's not a strategy. Like this is like a running. This is like a foot. Like like when you're racing against. You're racing in the backyard or you're racing on the road, and it's like it's not a matter of strategy or whatever. It's really
yeah.
come down
Form,
to
form
speed.
not important.
Form
No.
not important because all of them have amazing form. Like it's really gonna come down to speed. Because even when you think about the way how all three of them ran their event, the heat this morning. Paulina looked like she was literally jogging.
Yeah. Mhm.
She looked like she's like, okay, I have to do this because I have to make it to the next row. Like she was jogging. Like the mothers oh them run the first 200 hard and then hold it down for the last 300. And so Paulina was literally running like jogging the entire 400 meters.
I think Boogie is doing something because let me tell you, Stacy and Williams, when I tell you, so she look lean and clean and smooth, and she was actually gliding on the chevron. Stacy and Williams, and even when she got to that 300-meter mark, she wasn't
She wasn't fighting
la-
for
she
line.
was laboring.
She wasn't fighting for line and she
No, no,
normally do like it just
no.
like
Yeah,
listen to me, man. I respect the work of Boogie. You
yeah,
look at Nikisha. I said it last year, and I'm saying it again. If we get it this year, we get it. If we don't get it, that's okay. Nikisha has all the tools to run 47 in this event,
yeah.
right? And the way on Nikisha looks today, Nikisha, the thing about that, if there's anybody who can split up those three women, it's her. And I'm not gonna sleep on her because she is just as deadly as those three. But what I
Mhm.
will say is that those three right now, they are
Yeah,
they
man.
are it is
They
crazy.
are
Those
disrespectful in what they are
four
doing. But what I
very
will tell you,
disrespectful.
you see, when that gun goes off in the final, if you allow NASA to leave you, that is it for you.
It's over. And
It
and 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 the thing about that, is that, and this is the thing, right? All of them have different characteristics that makes them
yes,
so that
yes,
makes this event so exciting. Sydney is the fastest of them all because Sydney her PB in the 200 is 22.07 seconds. So
hmm
she's the fastest of them all. How in terms of strength, I think
instead of yeah,
Paulinia and Salwa, them just have a strength, but you can't write off Sydney's strength either because she's running
yes,
400 hurdles is the toughest event, is one of the toughest events in track and
yeah,
field.
yeah,
And for her
yeah,
to just make it look like anything, it means that she's really strong. So
yeah.
it's like it's just crazy. And if you look at when you see Nikisha looks like she just love run. Like she just love run. Like she would like run for days. Although I don't. That's what I get when I watch her race. Listen, I would be so surprised. I would be so disheartened if I don't see 47. I am actually looking forward to a 47.
That world record needs to go. We need to see
The
something.
track is
Yeah,
fast.
yeah,
The competition is fast. I would be surprised
yeah.
if I don't see 47. And one thing for certain for today, that today showed that Tokyo track has not lost its speed. It has not lost its speed. That and the level of competition I'm seeing in the women's 400 is similar to 400-meter hurdles between Rai Benjamin and Carsten Brown.
DeSanto
That's
and
that's
DeSantos.
45 and the stand of that 45. Listen, I would be surprised if I don't see 47 from any
Yeah,
one of those
yes,
ladies.
yeah. Because as I said before, when that gun goes off, if to distribute that race for the women, it's going to be running it fast from gun to tape. I don't think you will have an opportunity to start out slow and finish
No,
strong.
no, 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 no. You do
That
it
will
at your
not
own
work.
detriment. You do it at your own detriment.
Yes, that won't work. I don't think that will work. If that is how Paulina is going to run that race, you're going to have a problem. That race, you going to have to run fast and hard from gun to tape. No starting slow and finish strong, or starting strong and no, you're going to have to run like when coach say run
Yeah,
the 200 in training and run it in whatever
yeah,
seconds.
You know what I'm looking forward to? I'm looking forward to see that race when the race ends and to see everybody flat on them back. I'm looking to see who's going to be the first one to get up because they won't be getting up for any time after that race, you know.
No, but I've never seen Pauline or Nassau laboring after a 400 meters. They just walk around like it's cool. I would love to know the altitude at which they train because it's crazy. It
I
is
think
crazy.
I think after that 400-meter final, the women are gonna be flat on their back, and them have to give them like a good 10 to 20 minutes to recover because I'm telling you, it is going to be a
It's going to be fast. It's going
it's
to
gonna
be
be fast.
fast. And I think that race, guess who is going to dictate the pace of that race? Nassau.
NASA,
She,
NASA,
yep.
NASA is
She
gonna
will
dictate
be
that race.
dictating the pace. She is going to be pulling them with her. And who get burned out at 300 meters? Boy, I don't know. But
And I'm telling you, sorry about that. And I'm telling you, none of them not gonna get burned out at 300 meters. I'm telling you that it is going to like it is like when you think about strategy and race pattern. No, it's literally a foot race right now. It is
just run.
literally a
Just
foot
run,
race.
man. Just run.
Run.
Wayne Walker is saying he think they will go 48 low. 48 low. Um,
Mm-mm.
yeah, that's what he is saying. Uh, Jeff is saying Nassau running with the the Ashanti blood tribe. Paulina is running rebelliously. Oh my God. Hey, you fans are cracking me up, and but I don't know. It is going to be one of the races, one of the highlights for me of the championship. That 400-meter women, and it is one to see because Sydney has now joined the party and make it a lot more interesting. It is even more interesting now than it was before she decided that she is doing the flat four. Some people say maybe she sacrificed a gold medal that would have
I
been
don't, I
easy.
don't think she
I
sacrificed a gold
I
medal.
don't think so because I think Sydney is more dangerous than we think. But
Exactly,
yeah, I
because
think
when I saw that 400-meter run, that 49, when I saw that 49, 41, I'm saying to myself, no, 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 no.
no man,
You
Sydney
don't
too
run like that.
disrespectful.
You don't run like that and run 49, 41. You
Sydney,
don't do that. I can understand with a 49.8 or 49.9, but you do not run like that and run 49, 41. So
yeah.
I don't think she sacrificed a gold medal.
Yeah,
Like,
I am starting to think that now that maybe she hasn't because after what I saw this morning, and of course we'll see the semifinal, but I think between her and their coach, they know what they are doing, and I think it is going to be very interesting. One track hero is saying Sydney for me money. So Miller is saying Romaine Beckford in the high jump final. Yes,
yeah,
big achievement
big
there also.
achievement.
Another finalist
Yes,
in, another finalist.
material.
The legacy is really growing and it's growing. Go
And
ahead.
I need to highlight something as well. To what Wayne Walker said. What the this this is why I believe the 47 is going to be run. This is the first time since possibly the world record holders or when the world record was broken. This is the first time where a 48 low is not guaranteed a gold medal. So it's like you are literally have to push your body to the line to run this event. This is the first time where there's you can possibly run 48 and not even medal. That is how
That's
literally
just
serious it is.
crazy.
That is
That's
just crazy,
that's just
right?
yeah.
So, I think when the athlete like when they're sitting down in their bed thinking about the race, thinking about what they need to do, I don't think it's a race where they're even going to look at times. I'm thinking to myself, when Salwa is in her bed sleeping, she's thinking, I have to win this race. When Paulina is in her bed sleeping, I have to win this race. When Sidney McLaughlin is sleeping, she's probably gonna think, no, thank you Jesus for this opportunity to run this race and so forth. But I have to win this race.
And that's the thing, and that is the thing. In sports psychology, they will tell you that visualization is a strategy that can help you to perform at your best, because as you're saying, what you're explaining is visualization. So they're visualizing this race before them even run the race. So they're saying, okay, I might be in this lane or this lane, this is what I need to do. And they're putting that race in their mind, how they want to run that race and how they want to finish. So on race day, they are able to materialize what is in their mind. Go ahead.
I know the semifinals are gonna be fast because they're gonna want a good lane. They're
Yeah.
going to want a good lane during the final, right?
Mm-hmm.
So knowing Salwa go want be is that Salwa go either want be in front of Paulinho or
Mm-hmm.
behind her. I figure Salwa would probably want to be behind Paulinho. Paulinho want to behind Salwa. Knowing Sidney McLaughlin probably would prefer to run in lane 7, right?
Yeah.
That's how I know that the semis are going to be hot.
Yeah, yeah. I can almost see that Sydney is not going to start low and finish strong. Sydney is going to start fast and finish fast. She and Nassau will do that. What will be Paulina's strategy? I don't know. Nikisha tend to start fast also and maintain. So it is going to be very interesting to see what plan Paulina comes with, because most of us, if we've been watching her, know that she starts slow and then she finishes very, very strong. But this will be a race that we will have to finish. You'll have to, from gun to tip, you'll have to run
She
hard.
cannot,
But
she cannot.
but we're going to look at day
Mhm.
3 events. But before we do that, let's see what the comments are saying. Thank you for being here, guys. Remember to like, share, subscribe. Okay, Track Hero is saying two boys from Buff Bay High School, Raymond and Romaine, in the high jump. Big up, big up. All right, I see. Buff Bay is what? Portland or St. Mary? Portland.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Portland.
yeah, yeah. That's after you leave Another Bay and going into Portland. Okay, good.
Mhm.
Portland is in the building, of course. I love to big up the parishes. I love to big up
Mhm.
the schools. I love to give everybody their props because it is their legacy. So Portland, Buff Bay is in the building. Two of their past students in the high jump, making Jamaica proud. Let's see what else we can read before. Jeff is saying, watch out for Ashanti more. I'm looking forward to see Ashanti too. Ashanti is improving at every race, but Ashanti's event we won't get to until I think about day 4. So let us just quickly look at day 3 events, which will start this evening,
Mhm.
the men's marathon. So you can go ahead and you have those up, or you want me to?
Well, no man, I have it up on.
Okay, go ahead.
Yeah, I have it up. Men's marathon.
Oh, before you go any further,
I think the
track.
men's marathon has ended.
Ah,
The men's marathon has ended. So Algeria has a one.
it has.
Algeria, yeah, Algeria got a quinel.
I thought that was later on. I didn't know it started already.
Yeah, man. Well,
No, it haven't.
no, man, it hasn't. My apologies. Thank you
Yeah, it
for
hasn't.
the
Yeah, yeah. But
understanding.
before you go any further, just want to say condolences to the family, the friends, Jamaica. for the student athlete from Edwin Allen, Tanisha, who passed away on the weekend, unfortunately. Very, very sad. When I saw when I saw it come to my phone, my eyes got real teary, because this is a baby who just competed at champs this year and medal with her team, Edwin Allen. So thank you for saying that, track hero. It is really heartbreaking, especially to see something like this, a little baby so young. I was at champs this year, so I saw her running for her team. So my condolences to the Edwin Allen family, the track team, her family, Jamaica, just everyone who has been impacted by this. Condolences to all of us, because at the end of the day, she is, for us. And also, I want to say congratulations to Olympic champion Tana Lawrence, who on the weekend was inducted in her University Hall of Fame. Yes, so congrats to Tana Lawrence on that. And also congrats to Olympian Vilma Charlton, who was honored by World Athletics for her contribution in track and field, even after she retired from the sport, because Miss Vilma Charlton is a three-time Olympian, the 60s and 70s. So congrats to Miss Vilma Charlton and Tina Lawrence. Now let's get into tomorrow's day 3 event, which start tonight for us on this side. Go ahead, Aki. Let's go through them quickly just to list them.
Mhm.
And
So you want me to focus on the events with Jamaican participation, right?
yeah, because of time, we are,
Okay, yeah.
yeah.
So at 9:20 p.m. we have the women's 400-meter hurdle. So sadly we won't see Rochelle Clayton in this event.
Mhm.
So Anjanette Knapp is in P2, and so it's a four fa so it's a four from each heat and four fastest times qualified to semifinals. And in her heat we have Renat of Sweden, Bell of Barbados, Diallo of Portugal, the Deka of Slovakia, Anna Cockrell of USA, Anjanette Knight, her teammate, Demes of Germany, and Claxton of Puerto Rico. So, Anjanette Knight should be comfortably
Yeah,
through to the semifinals,
along with Anna Cockrell
along
from.
with Anna Cockrell,
Mhm.
yeah, man, and Cheyenne Solomon. Sorry, not Solomon. Cheyenne
Cheyenne Salmon. She's in Heat
Cheyenne
4.
Solomon. Yeah, man, she's in Heat 4. And in her heat, you have Delilah Mohammed, Gianna Woodruff, Lena Nielsen of Great Britain, Carly of Australia, Daniela Rojas Gutierrez of Costa Rica, and Sartori of Italy. Um, Now, as relates to Cheyenne
And that's
Solomon,
it. We only have 2 women, guys. And just to remind you that Rochelle Clayton will not be taking the
mhm,
track because of injuries.
yes, for the evening session, which would have been in the morning for us, we have the men's 400-meter hurdles. So Jamaica has 3 representatives in this event. So Malik James King will be in lane one, in heat one. He's running from lane eight. He has Samba in his heat from Qatar. He has Chris Robinson of the United States of America. So he should be comfortably through in that heat. So the other representative will be Asimi Wilson. So he'll be in heat three. He'll be running from lane three, and he has Matheus Lima of Brazil. Um, can't pronounce this name. I'm gonna say it. Akam of Turkey.
Yeah, you can just go to lane 9.
Yeah, man. And in lane nine, we have Carson Varhoum. So Carson Varhoum in this one. And from Qatar, you have Abakar as well. So Athene Wilson has been really improving this year. Actually, it's a very, very, very tough heat. But
Yes,
I expect him to do well and to progress. So the next heat with Jamaica representation will be Rashawn Clark in heat number 4. So he'll be in running from lane 7, and in his heat you have Rai Benjamin of USA. He'll be running from lane 9. And yes, I expect him to do well. He's currently the second fastest in this field this season, so I expect him to qualify. I'll be very shocked if he doesn't. And so that's it for Jamaica's representation in the 400-meter hurdles. In the men's long jump, which will take place at 5:40 a.m., which well it should be 4:40 Jamaica time. So you have Nikolai Williams, he will be in Group A along with Karen McLeod in the men's long jump. And in Group B, we have Tajay Gale, 2019 world champion in the long jump. He will be in Group B. Next representation will be in the men's 110-meter hurdles. That
Mm-hmm.
will be at 5:23 a.m. Jamaica time. So in heat number 1, so we have three representatives there. So three representatives in this event. So we won't start until heat number 3. So in heat 3, we have Orlando Bennett, 2024 Olympic finalist in the event. So he will be in his heat, I should say. We have another Abakar from Qatar. We have a French Kwahu Mate of France. Well, he has run 12.99 this year. Simonelli of Italy, and we should expect to see Orlando Bennett through. In heat number 4, we have Damaria Prince. I expect Damaria Prince to do extremely well this year. Damaria Prince is in the same heat as Cordell Tinch, who has been ruling and dominating this event this year. So, and also Enrique Lopez of Spain. Well, Lopez, yeah, Lopez of Spain, World Championship bronze medalist from 2022. So he is in this race. So I expect Damara Prince to qualify. And in finally, in heat number 5, Tyler Mason, he is in lane 1. In his heat, you have Grant Holloway, you have Muratake of Japan, who has run 12.92 this year. So I do expect Tyler Mason. Tyler Mason has been very interesting this year
Mm-hmm.
because,
Yes.
yes, he did well at trials, but he has not been consistent. So I'm interested to see how he performs here. I, based on his consistency this year, it might be a little bit challenging for him to qualify. However, I am really hoping that his performances that he performs well at these championships. All right. Then next event with Jamaica representation will be the women's 100-meter hurdles. The women's 100-meter hurdles. So in semi-final 1, you have Akube of Japan, Lavin of Ireland, Grace Park of USA, Kambunji of Switzerland, Karmasti of Italy, Akira Nugent of Jamaica, Roble of Cuba, Harawa of Finland.
Well, well, well.
So fastest 2 times qualify automatically. Next 2 fastest will qualify into the final. We believe that the top 2 should be between Grace Stark, Kambunji, and Akira. What I will say about that is that if Akira beats Grace Stark tomorrow, Akira is leaving home with a medal.
Wow, wow.
If she beats Grace, because Grace Stark has been beating her throughout this season. If she overcomes Grace Stark in the semifinal tomorrow, Akira is getting a medal in this event.
I
Heat
think
number two,
I think Amoy Brown will have her work cut out for her in Heat 2.
yes, because in Heat 2 you have Toby Amerson, Nadine Vissier, Pia of Poland, Alicia Johnson of the United States of America. So even the time qualifiers is going to be very, 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 very tough. Even the time qualifiers is going to be very, very tough to make it into that final. And in Heat 3, we have Daniel Williams with Masai Russell, Devine Charlton, and Fury of South Africa. I would say the same thing as I said in the first heat. If Daniel Williams beat Masai Russell, Daniel Williams is not leaving without a medal.
I like where Daniel is, the fact that she's beside Russell. I think she and Russell being together, that will be the 1-2 if things go according to the plan. To plan.
And the finals of this event will take place at 7:20 a.m. tomorrow.
It will
The
close
seven-
the show tomorrow.
We will close the show tomorrow at 7:20 a.m. And as I said before, and as I said before, as I said before, I believe, well, well, in our pre-championship prediction, I said that it's going to be one medal for Jamaica, silver medal, and any one of the three athletes getting the silver medal. Now I'm going to be bold and say that Jamaica is going to get two medals in this event, a gold and a bronze.
Yeah.
And
My prediction, I actually have one from each. So I guess wherever I get the two, I am fine. Noblet Smith Brown is saying Rashawn is returning from an injury. I hope he'll be able to run well. I hope so.
mm,
I hope so too.
I hope so too.
Yeah.
But,
Yeah.
but yes, I said before, I said it on the show that I needed to see that first round to say, okay, these are gonna be my medalists. And having seen the first round, my gold medalist is Daniel Williams. Daniel is ready to defend our title. So Daniel to win, Masai finishing second, and Akira finishing third.
What a race that will be. That is another race that is wide open. It can go and it can go in
And
any
and you
direction.
don't, yeah, you don't feel away about it because you're just pure talent,
Yeah.
pure
And
talent.
funny enough, most of the top ladies in this event, they've been running from the Grand Slam series.
Yes,
They have been running from the Grand. Let me tell you, the Grand Slam really showed that athletes can get ready early in the season and
and still deliver.
carry through to championship and deliver. And we're seeing that. I am seeing where a lot of Grand Slam athletes who were on the Grand Slam circuit really at in September, they are still doing they're still performing, they're still producing. And that was kind of one of the things that I like for Oblique this season. Oblique was on the Grand Slam circuit this season, and I've seen him a few times also in the Diamond League. Before, you would not see Oblique on the international scene. You would not see him at the Grand Slam. You would not see him. But this season, his strategy was different and it paid off. So, I mean, early up in the Grand Slam, a lot of people were saying, oh, they're going to be burnt out and this and that. But they're producing. They are producing. And they're bringing energy and fire to the championship, because in the 200 meters, even though we're not talking about that today, we're going to see Melissa Jefferson, who, as far as I'm concerned, mastered the 200 just this season. And she is a contender for a medal,
She is.
all because of the Grand Slam that she was
Provided
a
opportunity
part
for
of.
them.
Look at
Provided
Sydney.
opportunity.
Sydney too was on the Grand Slam train, and she is now exploring another event that she's also a contender for a medal. When you look at all the hurdlers, the sprint hurdlers who was on the circuit, when you look at some of the quarter milers, when you look at Jacori Patterson, when you look at Chris Bailey, when you look at these guys that were on the circuit, they're all doing well, apart from those who are injured. So this, to me, if anybody asks me what is the highlight of 2025 season for me, I would say the Grand Slam series. But that's not what we're talking about
It's a
today.
highlight for me as well.
Yeah, it has really shown that it has really helped a lot of athletes. That level of competition so early in the season really set up some athletes
Mm,
for this championship. And we see where they are all producing. Even Kenny Benderick. Kenny couldn't do better than what he did when you look at who defeated him in the 100. He really couldn't do better. He was beaten by Oblique, Kishane, and Noah, who are running, better times. So it is, it's a good season. But guys, I love our chat. We're here celebrating the athletes, celebrating the legacy, highlighting our legacy, supporting the athletes. And just in 30, I was going to say 30 minutes, in 30 seconds before we go, Akil, you can just give an overview of what we've seen so far with the championship and where you see Team Jamaica going in the next few days.
HP, 13, 15 medals. They're not crazy. They're not crazy after all. It's possible. It is possible. I'm starting to believe that it's definitely possible. We're definitely gonna have a good championship.
Yeah. I remember when we did our prediction show last week Thursday, and I came with my 15 medals. People were laughing at me. They said all kind of things. They said, "HP, you're delusional. HP, you're this and you're that." But 15 medals from Jamaica at a championship is doable. It is doable. I did predict 3 medals from the 100 meters, two from the men, one from the women. I did call Aquinella. I got that. I did call a medal from the mixed relay. I did not get that. So I am behind by 1 medal so far. But I think we can get close to the 15. But of course, the competition is at another level. There's no event out there that you can say have a clear favorite. All the events are competitive. When you look at the marathon, when you look at the 10,000, the 1,500, 800, 400, four hurdles, 1, 2 sprint hurdles, all the events are competitive. I've seen champions from 2023 did not even make it out of the first round for some countries. Ryan
Oh,
Krause, Ryan Krause, I don't know what we're going to do with him. The man have competed all season and turn up at the championship and win the gold medal just like that. And there's something else I wanted to point out. Samantha Hall in an interview, she said the person that is coaching her is Rajinja Campbell. So let us show some love
yeah,
to Rajinja Campbell. Yeah, he switched to Turkey, but he is still
yeah.
a Jamaican. And he said to her that, look, you can do this. I believe in you. And he is coaching her. And she got to the final of the discus. And that is a big achievement for us. That is a big achievement. Track Hero is saying, I think Gabby Matthews need to come to MVP. Okay. Okay, over the 100 meters. But wherever they go, wherever our athletes go, we just want the best for them, because when we pick a team, it is about one Jamaica. It is not about a club. It is about Jamaica. So, Akil, in wrapping up, I don't know when we will be back here. When will we be back here? Akil, Track Hero is saying, Track Hero, I'm going to take away your phone. I'm going to take away your phone. No, sir. No, sir. No, sir. No, sir. No, nothing like that. But before we go, thank you all for stopping by. Thank you all. Thank you all. At one point when I look, I saw almost 150 people watching. Thank you very much. Remember to like, share, subscribe. Follow the legacy. It is all about track and field legacy. Share with us, chat with us. If you ever want to appear on this platform, just let me know and we can have it happen. Akil, when are we back here? Before we go, tomorrow is what? Monday or Sunday? Monday. Okay, so it seems as if Akil internet has yeah, he was having a problem, because I was wondering about that constant smile. So he's internet was giving him some problems there. But guys, thank you very much for turning out. It is all about Tokyo 2025, Team Jamaica, making us proud, making us proud, making us proud. So thank you guys. Thank you, Africa. Thank you, Antarctica, Oceanic, Europe, South America, North America, Asia. We have to big up Asia, big up Japan. Japan is really taking care of our people down there. I talked to an athlete from there, and he said to me, he said, the love that we are getting from the Japanese, they don't get it at home. So, guys, let us start showing our athletes some more love. We can't have our people going out there and other people showing them love. Let us show them love first. Let them know what love is from home so that when they go out there, it doesn't seem strange to them. So thank you guys very much for being here, and thank you all for the information, for updating. Spring Tech was here. Olympian Etlin Tate was here. Thank you very much. Jadine Wolliston is saying, playing the devil's advocate mind game, set up Samantha. You guys stop it now. I want to stay so. But I don't think so, guys. Tamika said she will be here tomorrow. So Tamika just dropped in the comment that she wants to be on tomorrow. I like that. That's good. Thank you very much. Tamika, I will send you the information so we can have a talk. It's all about the legacy, the school's legacy, the athletes' legacy, Jamaica legacy, the fans' legacy. At the end of the day, one people, one legacy. Thank you very much for being here. And now it's dinner time. It's dinner time. So thank you guys very much for being here, and we will see you soon. Goodbye, everyone, and thank you all for the information, for updating me with information. Daniel Ray Lee said the changing of the guard has started today from Shelly to Tina because it was the same age Shelly was when she won, and Tina. I totally agree with you on that. Daniel Reed. Let me go back and try get the correction. Because people mess up my name all the time. Dania Ray Lead. I totally agree with you that the guard is now changing, and rightfully so, it should. Shelly Ann Fraser Price started her career in Japan 2007 at the Osaka World Championship, and here she is how many years later, retiring from the sport as a competitor in the same country that she started. And of course, we name some athletes who are in the wings waiting, who will be taking up the torch from people like Shelly Ann Fraser Price. We have Brianna Liston will be out there waiting, Alana Reed waiting, the Clayton twins waiting, Serena Cole waiting, Onika Makanoff waiting, Gariel White waiting, you name them. Young, we have a young quarter miler just left high school this year. Abigail Campbell will also be waiting. We have, I can't leave out Ricky and Russell. I like that little girl, that young lady so much because I think Ricky and Russell has potential, and I'm waiting to see Ricky and Russell in the 400, and all the other young athletes that we have waiting on the male side. I mean, Buaji and Krume, we have Adrian Carr, Brian Level, so many of them out there training, Delano Kennedy, you name them, they're all out there. Of course, Oblique and Kishin, Akeem Blake will still be in the party because all these athletes will still be in their 20s come 2027, 2028. So Jamaica looks good. Jamaica really looks good, and we just have to support our athletes. And one thing I'm asking is that we now try to spread our wings to be in other events like the middle distance and the long distance, because believe me, those events are becoming very diverse. It is not just Africa that is dominating the middle and long distance anymore. Europe is stepping up, Asia is stepping up, other parts of the world stepping up, and I want Jamaica to be a part of that party. Tamika said Terry Long. I totally agree. If I could call all the names, I'll be here all night. Of course, Tiana Lee Terry Long is another super young talent. We mentioned Shania Douglas also, and Miss Dockery also. So there's so many of them, some of them still in high school. But so let us nurture them, let us look after them. We have even young Marcinia Rose. What can I say about that young man? He's another one that I like very much. But we have so many of them out there. Shaquille Gordon, Daniel Clark. I'm going to stop calling names, because if I continue to call names, I'll be here all night. We have a lot of young athletes coming up. So, guys, thank you very, very much. Damian Maxwell, he is a part of the Masters League. He is here saying big up HP, big up, big up, big up. Guys, thank you very much. Have a good night, good morning, whatever. And we will be watching the championship this evening that starts in another hour or so. And also, Alea Baker, you see what Tamika is doing? Tamika is going to have me here all night. Alea Baker is another one. When you talk about versatile, Alea do all the drums. Alea run 100, 200, 400, 4 hurdles, you name it. All Jamaica legacy. We can't leave out the different Tyrese Taylor, Tyrese Roden, Tyrese Reed, Kemar Farkison, Kevroy Vincent. You know something? I'm going to stop. I'm going to stop now, guys. I'm going to stop. There's so many of them. Thank you guys very much. Have a good night. Have a good night. And thank you for being here. And as always, HP, look forward to come and hang out with you guys. And thank you, all my new subscribers. Thank you very much. I see you and I thank you. And because of you, my podcast is growing. I saw the numbers and I realized that I'm all the way in Asia. So thank you guys very much, all the continents, for being a part of this as we celebrate Jamaica track and field legacy, and celebrate track and field overall. I will see you soon. So it's dinner time and almost time to head to Japan. So guys, see you. Enough love, peace, and be kind. Peace.
Jamaica's track and field legacy is unmatched. It is a story of triumph, resilience, and extraordinary talent. But do you know the stories behind the athletes who brought us glory? Hi, I'm HP, founder of HP Chat Track. My mission is simple: to celebrate the rich legacy of Jamaica track and field and shine a light on the incredible people who make it happen. Winning that race was a dream come true, but the journey wasn't easy. It's not just about medals, it's about inspiring the next generation. Jamaica track and field isn't just a sport, it's our pride, our culture, our heart. Every week I sit down with athletes, coaches and fans to bring you stories of dedication, passion and legacy. Plus, we've got exciting news and exclusive insights into the world of track and field. Make your Thursday night be at HP's place. Come hang out with us at HP.